This is Jake from Periphery, and you're watching Antihero Magazine.
Let's talk about that new album. I mean, you guys pretty much, as soon as you were done with the Juggernaut double album, just kept going, and you guys just must have had a lot of material, stuff ready to lay down? Or?
You know, it would seem that way, and we always have material kind of in storage that we bring out when we're ready to start writing. And for Periphery 3 that's coming out in a couple days, most of it is pretty fresh. We only brought out like a few older demos or older ideas and put those on the record. And everything else is like pretty much like we lived with each other for about 2 months and wrote and recorded the whole thing, and we just kind of did it off the cuff. So.
All right, so what do you think the fans are going to think of the new album, being that it's just off the cuff, just coming from nowhere?
Well, I think we made a lot of new fans with the direction that we went in with Juggernaut Alpha and Omega, but I feel like some of our older, more long-term fans were probably like, well, this is a weird direction, like, you know, this is good, I like this, but, you know, I think they were missing the more like guitar-oriented, like technical stuff. And for Juggernaut, we wanted to write a story, and we wanted to have the music accompany the story and make it a true concept record. So there's not always room for like shredding and stuff like that. Not that we shred deliberately, but we definitely pushed ourselves when we were writing the new stuff, and we got a little bit more bombastic. And we have also learned better how to write with Spencer, our singer, in mind. So we've kind of taken all this knowledge and kind of recreated the band and explored our roots a little bit, brought some of that Juggernaut vibe into it, and also hopefully brought a new sound into it with all the orchestrations and just the way we compose songs at this point in time.
Now let's expand on that. You said writing with Spencer in mind. What's that like, being compared as being, you know, one of the musicians, one of the, you know, playing the guitar, drum, but writing with the singer in mind? How do you go about that?
Well, everybody in the band writes together now, so he's present when we're writing riffs. So he kind of gives us feedback as we're arranging parts or stitching riffs together, and like most of the time, like we just kind of understand what we like and what he likes, and kind of like write with that in mind. But there are times when like we write a riff and like the 3 guitar players are stoked on it, and then Spencer hears it and he's like, well, what if you change that last note to a different note, or you flip the progression around, and then he kind of like hums like a melody over it, and we're like, oh yeah, okay, we understand what you're saying. And that's kind of how we write with Spencer in mind.
Right. You ever just bust his balls back into your vocalist? Shut up.
Oh, we bust everybody's balls. Like no one is safe. Like everybody has their time in the sun.